Following the end of my junior track season, which ended with a 5th place finish in the 10K and a forgettable 18th place in the 5K, I got hit with the daunting realization that my final year of running is approaching. About 300 days to accomplish what I want in the UWL jersey. I took 2 weeks completely off to reset my mind, get settled into my new internship in Fond du Lac, and think about my next move in life. When I started my first week, however, I realized that my Achilles injury hadn't completely healed, which means, for the first time in my running career, I'm starting off a rebuild without 100% health. After a 45-mile first week, I've decided to transition into cross-training while I strengthen my Achilles in the meantime. But apart from navigating this lingering Achilles issue, I've realized how difficult it is to not have other people to train with. So this weekend, Grant and I decided to travel together to our best friend and teammate, Adam Lenzer's farm, for the summer, so we could spend quality time together and begin our journey towards greatness. This is The Road to Repeat. I'm trying to do the smart thing. I ran yesterday and I can tell I'm not 100%, so the best thing I can do for myself right now is continue to build that aerobic base and get strong without jeopardizing the rest of my season with my Achilles or fighting something that's just going to stay there for a while, which leads me to the bike. I'm going to be doing a 90-minute Peloton workout with like a 15-minute cool down, so what would that be? 105 minutes on the bike. Gonna go straight into rehab for my Achilles and then strength training after that. Oh, and one more thing. I'm not sure what this summer is going to look like with content, but right now this is episode 1 of The Road to Repeat. I'm just ready to give it hell one last time for cross country. For today's ride, the fuel is going to be 2 packs of fruit snacks, and I've got some water with me as well. Definitely getting aerobic here. Well, that was a 90-minute workout. I'll throw it up on the screen. 90 minutes, averaged a new personal best of 267 watts. And I hate to say it, but turns out biking somewhat consistently for cross training makes you a better biker. Yep. That's how you know you had a good workout. There should be a pool of sweat on the ground, in my opinion. We're gonna go into some rehab exercises now, and I'll take you through my routine that I've been doing to help strengthen my Achilles.
It teaches us control. And what's control? Coordination. Coordination between mind and muscle. When you're running.
Just did a little yard job at my grandparents' house, which set me back a few hours, but we're here and we're gonna go finally head off to Sheboygan for the weekend with Adam. Hey, Adam, I'll run with you tomorrow. I'm low-key on the up and up. All right, we'll be there in 15 minutes. Yes, we're going 85. Yeah, bye. I don't know if you're supposed to be in there. That's fine. We have arrived at Adam's, well, actually his girlfriend's parents' farm. So we're out here in Sheboygan County. It's a beautiful summer night. Adam's cooking in the kitchen, so let's go see what he's up to. My glorious King Adam. Adam, when we said 7 o'clock, we meant 7 o'clock Mountain Time. This is the first app of the summer.
Pretty good. I'd say 8 out of 10.
We'll get better as the weekend goes on. Oh no! Alright, second try is the charm. By the time we got to Adam's house, he had already made dinner for us, which was a huge blessing. We ended up spending the evening just talking, catching up on how life was, and even discussing some business ideas that we had together. We'll probably talk about this in a future video, but stay tuned for that.
Carbs are king. So we got some Pop-Tarts for some pre-run fuel. These are for post-run, no bullshit, RX bars. Electrolytes, more pre-race fuel. A lot of pasta. This pasta's king. And now I gotta show the fridge. I gotta see the fridge. Don't look at those either. We got milk, eggs, yogurt, bagels, more eggs, and then a meat full of freezer. A freezer full of meat.
Very windy, but I think it's gonna get up to 90 degrees today. In Wisconsin, it means you're pretty much in hell. The plan for today is Adam and Grant are going to be running, I think 6 miles. We're going to a quarry, and I will be probably aqua jogging / swimming. We did have a bike, but Grant forgot the shoes, which is kind of important, so I can't really do that. So I'm just gonna have a quick breakfast before we head over to the quarry for our workout. They done capitalized water. They don't capitalize water. That's what they hate. So we just got to the quarry, and apparently we're not supposed to be in there, but like no one's here. Yeah. And a fella's just trying to work out, so I think I'm gonna go to the other side and just start swimming.
Grant and I have 6 miles easy through some trails through these parks, and it will be a very beautiful ride.
Well, we're here. I don't know exactly what I'm getting myself into, but we're just gonna start aqua jogging in the quarry. Oh boy. All right, well, here goes nothing. That was 60 minutes aqua jogging. My watch said the heart rate was 80, but you can't really trust it when you're in the water. It just has never worked for me. So I was checking my pulse every 5 minutes or so, and it's staying around 140. So my arms are still tired. For an easy effort, as long as the heart rate gets up to a reasonable amount and you feel yourself working, like it's a recovery day. So these aren't the days where we're building too much fitness. Tomorrow will be a more quality session on the bike. Sometimes you just have to work with what you have. Since I'm in a place where I don't have access to a gym, don't have access to a bike. Well, I do have access to a bike, but no bike and shoes. You just gotta make the most of what you have. After finishing our workouts, since we were at a quarry, we decided there was no reason to not jump off the cliffs at least once. Besides, who was gonna stop us?
4, 3.
Oh God. Are you gonna do anything crazy?
Oh, kind of want to. I kind of want to.
For the afternoon and evening, I didn't bring my camera along, so I'll quickly summarize what we did. When we returned from the run, we cooked up a fire brunch with bacon, eggs, and smoothies, and took some time to chill in the air conditioning. Later, we went to downtown Sheboygan for mini golf. I won. Had a barbecue dinner, and later went to an ice cream shop. Since it was the longest day of the year, I wanted to maximize the amount of time that we spent outdoors. That brings us to the evening, where I got to enjoy a relaxing night on the farm.
It's the summer solstice, which means that this is the longest day of the year. So I'm trying to spend as much time as I can outdoors because unfortunately the days only get shorter from here. I've just been riding around. I rode to the top of the hill over there and then bombed down it, which was really fun. My run today actually went really well. Achilles held up well. I did 6 miles with Adam. So we'll try for 8 miles tomorrow. And then if that goes well, I might start training, like get back to full-time running. And I tried it last week and it didn't work out. But I've been doing a lot of good PT exercises. My boy Jake Heggie got me right with the dry needling. And we've been patient, which is the most important thing. I'm just really excited to start actually training for the cross-country season. I've just been feeling pretty antsy about that and just want to get after it this season. It's the last year for me, so it's the last year for us. So got to make it count. As for me, my day tomorrow is going to be different from Grant and Adam's. I'm still not feeling 100% on my Achilles. And it's been admittedly something that's tough for me to deal with because the first week of training I did run every day, but I could tell that if I kept doing that, it probably wasn't going to end well. So I've only ran 1 day this week. It's not ideal, but I keep reminding myself that as long as I keep up my good habits and stay committed to training, however that looks, like things are going to compound in the right direction. And the worst thing I could do is kind of give up mentally and be like, oh, if I'm not running, then I don't need to be giving 100% because whatever. But that's the kind of stuff that adds up in the off season and you don't realize it. And I think when you put the time in, regardless of what you're doing or whether you don't put the time in, that manifests later on in the season. And you never want to be the guy that looks back and says, I wish I did this. I wish I did things differently, knowing full well you had control in that situation. The longer that I've been running, the longer that I've been able to understand that and manage that on my own. Last day of the weekend. My Achilles feels good, so I'm going to do a little bit of a test run, and I think that should be all right. The rest of my workout volume will be done later today, biking back at home, but I'll bike alongside for the rest of their mileage. We're at the Eisenbaum State Trail, so it's nice flat gravel, which is kind of exactly what I need right now. It's going to be really hot later today, and it even feels a little hot right now, but it's better that we get this done in the morning as opposed to later. And I think we probably picked the best time to be doing this.
Yep, that's all she wrote. Time to go get the miles.
So I ended up doing 6 miles. because I got to 2 miles and I'm like, you know what, my Achilles actually feels pretty good. So I made a judgment call and went an extra mile out to get 6 miles total. Didn't have to run that fast to get the heart rate at an aerobic rate. I don't want to take too much of a risk. Sometimes it's good to know when to pull back, and 6 miles, I'm happy that I got that in. Gonna hop on the bike and follow Grant and Adam for the rest of their run. I'm happy with that. It's a step in the right direction.
For the rest of the workout, Grant and Adam both got in their mileage. Since we're just building back, it wasn't anything spectacular, but seeing Grant healthy and running again made me extremely happy. Just like yesterday, we capped off the trip with another amazing breakfast, in addition to helping Adam clean up with the mess we made in the kitchen. Grant and I said our goodbyes, and we headed back to Wauwatosa. As I edit this video, I'm still not back to 100%, both in terms of health and training. And honestly, it feels like the bad luck that started in April hasn't quite let up. This isn't how I expected my summer to go, but even though I can't control the setbacks, I do get to choose how I respond to them, which I've stated multiple times. So what's the takeaway of this video? Grant and I have talked a lot on this channel about navigating injuries, but something this summer has really driven home is the value of training with others. Running is often seen as an individual pursuit, and yes, it is in many ways, but the reality is that you almost always benefit from surrounding yourself with others who share your drive. Whether you're in high school, college, or well into adulthood, make an effort to connect with like-minded people. That connection matters. Living in a different city this summer has made those opportunities harder to come by, which is why I'm even more excited to return to lacrosse in a few weeks. I know this upcoming season will have its own set of challenges, but with the bigger picture in mind, I'm ready to lean into my team with faith, trust, and full commitment to what we're building. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.